Are you all sitting down? Because we've been reporting on this story. I did a couple video this morning and over on Palace as well. Guys, if you aren't following us over on Popcorn Palace, what are you waiting for? In fact, I want to take a quick moment before the video starts to reiterate again. Eventually, as other news drops, we are going to not cover the royals as much here on Planet, and we'll be doing it exclusively over on Palace. We do it every day there. So if you like our royal coverage, I'm begging you, help us get the algorithm going over there so we can start churning it there, and then the folks who want to hear me talk about other news can get it here. They only let us so many videos a day, and I'd like to give you more here, but the algorithm still makes us talk about the royals on Planet. So help me out, please. If you haven't already, go subscribe and watch the content we post there. Let's juice that algorithm up so we can give you all our royal coverage there. I appreciate you guys who have come over there, and let's get it to 100K. I know we can do it. Let's do it. We got 200,000 of you watching that channel. Watching this content. Let's get them over to Palace and let's blow it out the water, and let's make Meghan and Harry get nervous that we got 2 places to cover things. I appreciate all you guys that have come over there. All right, but now, rewinding. Omid Scobie came out. We talked about this today. He was slamming the Queen, disgusting this man and his tweets. He's even come out of the woodwork to make his comments, and it's all surrounding around this comment coming from Hardman's new book about the king, saying that the former aides claim that Elizabeth was angry Harry and Meghan said she approved the name. Well, turns out she didn't. Now this is actually old news. And now we know what she actually said that made her fuming. Now, before I go to that piece, teasing a little bit where we're going to go with this, let's watch this clip where Angela Levin comes through and really explains a lot. This comes in from GBN, and I want you to watch with me.
If someone was going to have a portrait of you, a photographic portrait, would you be happy if this was it, right? So this is the new official portrait.
He's wearing the...
They're talking about the portrait,
Why
but it
wouldn't
pivots.
that? I don't own the palaces or the paintings. Sussexes, that's Meghan and Harry, chose the name Lilibet for their daughter. I don't own the palaces or the paintings, only my name. And now they've taken that.
That's the quote for the record. The quote from the Queen, the only thing I own is my name, and now they've taken that. Don't own the palaces, don't own the furniture. They've taken my name. That was the quote, allegedly, by the Queen.
I know, that's an incredibly sad comment. And I think one of the reasons was that it was discovered that Meghan, even before Lilibet was born, had taken out the names officially so that she could use them to buy things, to identify them. So it was
what do you mean, like copyright the names?
Yes, yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Before
Lilibet
she was even
Diana,
pregnant?
before she had Lilibet. She might well have been pregnant. But this was discovered.
Oh, my word.
And actually, I think that is awful for the Queen, because she gets drawn in to be owning sort of tea organisations or, you know, gloves or something like that, because the name is so unique. And just for her, because she couldn't say it when she was young, and for her family, her parents, and for the Duke of Edinburgh, it was what he called her out of love, very intimate, so that she is put there. And people who don't know will think, oh, yes, the Queen is supporting this, let's buy it. I think it's appalling.
Could I say to you that without the Queen...
Appalling is the right word, by the way, here. And yes, this is all proven. The Sussex confirmed they bought Lilibet Diana domain before Queen's approval. This is from 2021. Now, we'll get into their reasons and everything else, but this is all factual. This isn't weird conjecture, conspiracy theories. No, they did go out and bought domains and things for Lilibet.
With the Queen no longer with us, that Lilibet hasn't got that reflected glory, and therefore I can't see people buying Lilibet gloves or handbags or anything in the future because Queen Elizabeth isn't here anymore.
Yes, well, she can't say she'd like it now, can she? No, so that's right. But I think it's very disrespectful, and I think the first time we saw that...
Calculating.
Yes, and it's trying to get her own back, because Meghan really hated the fact that she wasn't treated as she felt she should have been. And she wanted to get her own back. And we saw in Netflix, when they did their 6-hour broadcast, when she did that imitation curtsy, And she did this, "Oh, Your Majesty," with
So
this
over the top, wasn't it? When she did all this,
that.
and then Harry's face was just stricken.
Yeah, but he didn't stop it. He's never
No.
done anything to stop it. Why didn't he stop it for the Lilibet? I mean, it just shows you not just who is in charge, but that she doesn't care what he really thinks, because he would be very hurt to do that. He loved the Queen. And although he might have felt, well, it's not quite our lives to live in there, he told me when I was writing his biography that he would stay long because the Queen, because she's so wonderful.
Gosh.
So there you go. So now we have Angela confirming the most appalling thing of all. Not only did they clearly not get permission, but they stole the copyright. And this was apparently why was the Queen fuming? She was furious after Harry and Meghan had given her blessing. She was furious that Harry and Meghan said the Queen had given her blessing to the daughter being called Lilibet. Sorry, hold on. This is what aides have said. The fuming monarch said to have told aides, "I don't own the palaces. I don't own the paintings. The only thing I own is my name. And now they've taken that." Now that's just that makes me sad. It makes me sad. Like, how do you? Because everyone's like, oh, and Omid Scobie's out there, and I'm going to bring it up again because I think it's relevant now. Let's make sure we actually go through it. Omid Liebrows is out there. Oh, this makes the Queen look like a B word. I mean, pretty much is what he's saying, and as if it's justified. I want you to read this tweet. None of these Lilibet revelations are doing the Queen any favors. Not only do they contradict details shared by the palace with a cooperatively written biography in 2022, they depict the monarch in a way the public haven't known her to be. So basically, yeah, wow, the Queen, you suck. We didn't need your permission. And yeah, this is deplorable. She's not allowed to be upset. So this is not how the public seems her. Yeah, she has a private life too. She's a human being, you idiot. Like, what a weird thing to try to get in on, to now like be against the Queen's reactions and drudge her up too. Like, he's doing this. He's the one who's saying it negatively. You have these aides who are speaking out. Now, if you want to be mad that the aides are speaking out of turn, okay, fine. Fine. Why isn't that what you're mad about? No, it's about the fact that, well, the Queen sucks for letting that happen. And this is depressing because it's not only did it happen, they tried to copyright it. They wanted to own the domains and stuff. And yes, when we say she was angry and fuming, and to now learn what the quote is, because I didn't have that when we reported this earlier, to know that the quote was more just a sadness, frustration of she doesn't own anything but her name, and now they've taken that. And now it's like the Lilibet brand. And now this daughter is going to own it in a way that was the one thing that was the Queen's. Even if they had called her Elizabeth, it almost would have been more, I would have been more forgiving, because it's like, okay. But no, they took her name. Lilibet was the name that Queen Elizabeth said because she couldn't say Elizabeth. Lilibet. And it was like this very personal name. And so, of course, Meghan jumped on that. Oh, our child's now going to be Lilibet Diana. Not Doria. Not Meghan. No. She's going to be the royal name. It is despicable. It is appalling. What, like, they were already in the outs leaving. And like there was all this contention, and then they have this baby, and they thought the baby could bring everyone together. No, you thought the baby was going to make you more royal. You were going to use these royal names to your favor to make more people think you were more royal. There's a million reasons to be upset by this. Liebrows they are doing the Queen favor. In fact, it makes me look at the Queen with even more respect, because I'm like, yeah, she was out there and the palace was playing nice. Like Meghan and Harry claim they don't. They were still out there claiming nice. Oh yeah, it was a compliment. We intended it to be a compliment. Even though many were bewildered. Yeah, she was happy. Very pretty. The name was very pretty and seems just right. Of course the Queen's going to tell the biographer that. What do you think? The living Queen's going to be like, no, I'm effing pissed. They took my name without permission. That would go against everything the Queen stands for. Of course she's not going to publicly say that, you dumb, cockroach, lie-browed mouthpiece. You are despicable, dude. This doesn't carry any, it's doing no favors to the Queen. Oh, what a B word the Queen turns out to be. This is not what we've known her to be. She must have been awful and behind closed doors. Imagine what else that black Meghan must have faced. Oh my God, I hate this guy. I can't stand this dude. Always stirring up drama, dissent, and never actually being able to look at stuff. Like, why Omid, Liebrows, why didn't they name their first daughter after her mother, Doria? Like, Dora Diana. Like, it would have even been perfect. Our mothers. Let's do it. Diana, whatever. Diana, Doria, whatever that made more sense. But no, let's take Lilibet. That's even more clever. Then we can own this name that's private, that's not as known or popular. So now we really get to get two royals in their name. Calm down, Annie. Don't get a heart attack over this. Oh, F off, Dean. Don't tell me to calm down. That doesn't make me calm down. I'm fine. I'm a performer, and I do this to help you guys get more passionate as well, because if I just sat here reading it, it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? I'm passionate about this because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Can you imagine? You not only didn't get the permission, but then you went and copyrighted your grandmother's private name. Oh, and your grandmother happens to be a queen of England. And then you go copyright without her permission. And we're supposed to think that, no, this makes her look bad that she was mad. And how dare, the queen they didn't need permission from the queen to use that name. She's a public person. Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Now, again, because we cover all sides, here's the reason why they copyrighted, apparently. They sought permission. I'll go to the end of this because they sort of explain their justification for doing so. And I want you to know what they think here. The couple's spokesman stopped short of suggesting that a conversation had been had with the Queen before Lilibet was born. Duke spoke with his family in advance of the announcement. In fact, his grandmother was the first family member to be called. During that conversation, he shared their hopes. Wait, sorry, hold on. No, wait. Here it is. They talk about not asking the Queen. Here it is. The public. So this is the domain name. Lilibet Diana was snapped up at the U.S. on June 4th, the day the baby was born, and 2 days before the public announcement, fueling speculation that the couple had bought it neither to prevent others from cashing in or intent of setting up a foundation or name. Several days earlier, on May 31st, the domain Lil Diana was registered, suggesting the couple had already settled on the baby's name. Spokesman for the couple told the Telegram, of course, as is customary with public figures, a significant number of domains of any potential names that were considered were purchased by their team to protect against the exploitation of the name once it was later chosen and publicly shared. So that's what they're trying to say here. Of course, we bought these domains to protect, so no one else could. Why didn't you let the Queen buy it then? Why don't you, hey, Queen, we're going to do this. Hey, we're not only going to do this, but this is clearly going to be a name that then might be able to be exploited. We wanted to let the royal family know because in your name, like, do you want us to, do you want the royals to buy that? Do you want someone to get ahead of that? Meghan and Harry didn't need to buy it. Like, they didn't need to buy it. But they did. It shows they were thinking ahead. We got to own this name. Like, I don't know. You're a celebrity and you're like having this baby and your thought is, great name, but can we get the .com to it? Like, who thinks that? Who thinks that? That's ridiculous. You're having a baby and the day before, buy the domain before the rest of the world does. We got to own this name. This is our name to protect forever. Who the hell does that? Someone manipulative, someone who's really planning 10 steps ahead, and someone who's clearly going to use it to their advantage. Now, I think and suspect, I don't see anything on those domains. They're not doing a Lilibet brand, but I bet you Meghan considered it. I would not be surprised by any stretch of imagination that Meghan and Harry, Meghan's so delusional, there was a point where she probably thought, oh, the Lilibet brand, it'll be great. Baby products and blah, 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 blah. Before she realized, oh, crap, this is probably going to have a really big backlash without the Queen's support. I wouldn't put it past her at all. I'm curious what you guys think. At this point, if she were to release a Lilibet brand, my God, she would be destroyed online. Destroyed. I think even by her fans. maybe let's not. What are you doing this one for? But did she consider it? Oh yeah, I'm sure. In my opinion. But again, that's what I think is was going on here. A lot of manipulation and a lot of justification and justified anger from the Queen that, again, they took the one thing she owned, her name. Not even Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is sort of everybody's name. It is, right? That's a passed upon thing. But Lilibet was so specific to her growing up, Philip, etc., to take that one from her and then make it your own hip, new little cool name. Oh, it is appalling. It is despicable. It is disgusting. Do you disagree? I want to hear your thoughts. Before we hear your thoughts, I got a lot of you watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the button of the subscribe, the bell, the like, and I want to hear your comments down below. There's so much more show to do. I'm not done here, but I'm just trimming this for the main topic. I got a lot more juicy stuff to get into. If you missed it, hit the join, watch today, support us here in the channel because, man, we spill the tea often.